anche prima potevamo, però.
Io sto accanto, io e mia moglie siamo. Andiamo 20 minuti di
Sempre io e l'altro. Niente spritz. No,
So here we are for the 20 inches final. We are going to introduce the sixth rider. We have Dominic Oswald, Rosbenito, Alejandro Montalvo, Borja Conejos, Charlie Rolls, and the world champion Thomas Pekhager.
And for the first time ever, Charlie is in the final, but the rest of the riders, they all have been in the finals several times before.
Last year here in Val di Sole, the victory goes to Alejandro Montalvo, his fourth victory in a World Cup stage. Ricordavamo per l'appunto come tantissimi atleti sono degli abitué per quanto riguarda la finale. Thomas Pekhager è il campione del mondo, Alejandro Montalvo vinse l'anno scorso qui in Val di Sole, Benito Ross ha collezionato nella sua lunga carriera, classe ricordiamo 81 Benito, tantissime vittorie, poi abbiamo il terzo nel ranking annuale Dominic Oswald e appunto la new entry vera e propria Charlie Rolls, testa di serie numero 12 per quanto riguarda l'anno solare. So we are going to start with the fourth section, that is the Ponte di Legno Tonale. What we're going to see?
Here we're going to see some extremely high jumps, all the way up to 180 centimeters for that first 1A gate. That's 179 centimeters to the top where you have to hook your front wheel. We're going to see some high pedal ups, long gaps, the longest gap nearly 3 meters, and yeah, some of the gates here have been in the World Cup and the World Championships before, and we've seen riders struggling a lot with these gates. And it's interesting to see like riders like Charlie and Borja and Alejandro, which are very young, and see if they have the power necessary to get up these obstacles.
Yeah, in Salzburg won Alejandro Montalvo. We will see if today can do the back-to-back in this 2019 World Cup. In the woman elite, we have seen the victory of Nina Reichenbach. Really good job. So we are going to start with number 3, and he comes from Germany, and he is Dominic Oswald. Partiamo con il pettorale numero 3. Oswald Dominic, classe 1997, viene dalla Germania, questo atleta che indossa appunto il pettorale numero 3 perché in 365 giorni precedenti a questo risulta per l'appunto la testa di serie numero 3. So, we are going to start.
Yeah, and Dominic setting up for that first hook. It's 179 to the top, which he does very easily. But the problem here is the grip for the front wheel because of the log. You don't have that much grip, so you see he's struggling to find the grip, and he found it.
Great move here for Dominic Oswald. And next?
Yeah, the next is is just like 2A is nothing, but the 2B is a 130 pedal up, where you can't put your front wheel down, so you have to keep it on your rear wheel. And he does a pedal up or a bunny. Let's see what he does. He does a pedal up, and 130 is nothing for Dominic Oswald.
Great move, great jump
Yeah.
here for Dominic Oswald, and that goes with the pedal up and down, and now this huge jump.
Yeah, going up here, I've not seen this move before. She does it easily, and this gap used to be the other way at the World Championship, and now it's 270 gap with a drop, which is not a huge problem for these riders.
Easy move, and perfect. But the time, 44 seconds for
Yeah.
close the section.
He spent too much time on
Yeah.
that first hook. And this one is 149 centimeters high, this jump, next jump. And you have to do like a hybrid between a hook and a pedal up. So you have to land very high with your rear wheel, or going all the way up to the top. And there is a small kicker in front of the jump, which the riders can use. With 15 seconds left, it's not
Probably
enough.
not enough, sì, esatto, non sufficienti per chiudere la sezione. Per Dominic Oswald, che comunque ha totalizzato finora percorso netto, si dovrà probabilmente accontentare del 50, probably is going to be a 50.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Time is out.
Time is out,
50
and
is very strong, yeah?
yeah. Perfect run from Dominic Oswald, not too fast, but
Yeah.
everything is doing is done the right way.
Yeah, and I think the key is to get over that first obstacle as quick as possible. Because of the rest, it's much more flowy stuff. And then the legend Benito Ross,
Yeah.
10 times world champion.
This morning, what a second run or a second lap for Benito Ross. Everything perfect.
Yeah, I guess he wanted to be in the final after
Yeah.
he was out of the final
Last year,
in Salzburg.
Yep.
He was not in the final in Salzburg. Setting up, pedaling up that first 179 tree trunk. Let's see if he does it first try. And he does it. He's done this move before in previous World Cups and World Championships here in Val di Sole. And he's much quicker than Dominic, which is key.
He was born in 1981 and he is the legend of this sport. Benito Ross, great move in the first gate, and quite good job in the second gate too.
Yeah, 130 should be no problem for Benito. Doing pedal up. Oh, Benito failing on that pedal up.
Yep.
Luckily that was in the second sector, which means that he can still get the score for the third sector.
Section.
Yeah.
But in the second gate it is a 0.
Benito was known for having the most power back in the days, but maybe he is not the most powerful rider anymore. With riders as Dominic and Thomas, maybe more powerful.
Yeah.
And I spoke to Benito about this line, and he wants to get as much speed as possible. And you see he goes around that tree trunk, and he rides turning into the run-up. And he told me this was the hardest part.
Not a good start for Benito Ross. Only 10 points, not a good start.
No, that's a terrible start, actually. He's not happy with that one, but he can still fight back, I guess.
Partenza veramente difficile per la leggenda Benito Ross, perché totalizza solo 10 punti contro i 50 totalizzati da Dominic Oswald, che ha aperto appunto questo giro per quanto riguarda i Men Elite 20 pollici, quindi ruotina un po' più piccola per i non addetti ai lavori. Poi vedremo la ruotina da 26 pollici e adesso il campionissimo, la nuova stella per quanto riguarda i 20 pollici, Alejandro Montalvo, the new start, the golden boy of the 20 inches. Alejandro Montalvo is start.
Yeah, and he's the expert of doing static hooks together with Borja. And 10 points for that first gate. Let's see what technique he chooses for that 2B gate. 130, it's not a big problem for Alejandro,
Yep.
but wondering if he goes to front or if he goes to back.
Very fast in the first gate, but now he's going to take his time.
With a Frenchie straight rear wheel, managed to keep it, turning 90 degrees to the right. And now he has to jump pretty far.
Yeah.
So the hardest part of the third sector is just to get up there. The next gap is not that hard. And you see ECR Vandenberg supporting him. He did not do the gap, which means
Comes
he
the
gets
zero,
no
yeah.
point for the third sector.
Yeah. No point here for Alejandro Montalvo. Great job for Dominic Oswald before we see a 50.
Yeah.
And now we see the two Spanish athlete rider, Benito Ross and Alejandro Montalvo, that
Now he
a
puts
little bit of problem here. Foot here for Alejandro Montalvo. So
yeah, and you can see like Borja and Alejandro and Charlie, they lack slight amount of power compared to the three other riders. And that's hard in this section with the biggest moves of the day almost. But he has 17 seconds left, and now it's just up here, gap along to the next log, and you're out. So he still gets 40 points.
grande chiusura per Alejandro Montalvo, che appunto ha avuto qualche problema nella parte mediana, ma è il primo a concludere comunque questa sessione. He is the first one rider to that is able to close the fourth section, and
Yeah, but still Dominic had 10 points more.
yeah,
Yep.
that is very important because Dominic Oswald is not fast as Alejandro Montalvo, but he has 10 points more than the rider from Spain. Now we are with another young rider from Spain, that is Borja Canejos. In the semi-final of this morning, he took the third position.
Yeah, and he's also, together with Alejandro, an expert in static hooks. They can do hookups on any obstacle you put in front of them. And that has been their strong side from the beginning when they were lacking power. And I think especially Borja is now much more powerful than he used to be a couple of years back. And he's still so young, and he's probably the future world champion.
Un bel elogio quindi per Borja Canejos, che come Alejandro Montalvo è dotato di grandissima tecnica, in particolare quando si tratta di fare questi passaggi con
Landing
uncinati.
on the wrong side of
Yep.
the gate. And that is a
So
5.
it is
out
a
of the
5.
section.
Yeah. Not the good start for Borja Canejos, that it's on the bottom of the list with Benito Ross, only 10 points.
Yep. And that is not enough to
Not a good
not enough to
result.
win, maybe.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
a lot of things can happen, and I think Borja can get quite a lot of points in other sections later in this competition. There you can see clearly he went out of the gate. There is a line at the middle of each arrow, and if you're on the wrong side of that line, that is a 5.
So we see Charlie Ross, and then with the rainbow jersey, Thomas Pechacher from Austria. Now we are ready to see what he's going to do. Charlie Ross
Yeah.
from Great Britain.
First time in the final. Last race he was only 20 points out of 10 or 20 points out of the final.
But today here in Val di Sole,
Yeah. And
He
he
reached-
is exactly 20 years younger than Benito Ross. And that says a lot about
So-
Benito or Charlie, I don't know.
yeah, a little
Okay.
problem here in this part for
Yeah,
the
fixing.
section number 1, that is Ponte di Legno Tonale, one of the big supplier here in Val di Sole. So we remember that in first position we have Dominic Oswald with 50 points, and then Alejandro Montalvo 40 on the bottom with 10 points. The two Spanish riders, Borja Canejos and Benito Ross. Then is the time for Charlie Ross.
Showing off with some manuals, getting into the section, and he's known for being the fastest rider alive in 20-inch category, together with his fellow British rider Jack Cody. And now, after 15 seconds, he's done with that first sector, and it's 10 points. But now, I think, because Charlie, he doesn't have the power as other riders, it's interesting to see which technique he chooses to do here. And the key is to keep your bike on top of that log, because then you save time for that third sector. And he goes to front. His speciality.
To come back.
Yeah, he tries once more. And you see how fast he is. Oh, he got through.
Yeah, I think so.
The cameraman was doing something else, I think, when he did
yeah,
it.
but this is a great move. Grande mossa qui, yeah,
and
good.
look now, he's going to do a run-up. He's not going to do that move static. He's going to do a hook, I guess. A paddling hook from that log. Which shows how creative this rider is. With the paddle, he didn't get the score, but that is so creative riding.
One of the fastest to close every section, Charlie Ross.
Yeah. And now he has another problem. 149 to the top. Dominic Oswald did bunny all the way up. But Charlie, you see, it's impossible to hook this obstacle because the diameter is not big enough.
Yeah.
So your rear wheel will fall under the log if you don't get all the way up.
So 20 points for Charlie Ross, but he's very stylish. Yeah.
Yeah, he also did a manual and he did a rolling hook to the top. So for me, this is the most fun rider to watch, and it's his first section in a UCI Trials World Cup final ever. So I guess we're going to see a lot of more from this rider in the future.
So it's the time to see the world champion, Thomas Pekaker from Austria, bike plate number 1.
Yeah, winning the semi-final this morning.
And probably the most powerful rider in the World Cup.
Together with Dominic, they are the most powerful 20-inch riders at the moment. Because the most powerful of them all, he went to 26 with Joachim Niemann. And slipping slightly with the rear wheel slip, but he went through 10 points. And now we're going to see textbook bunny hop to rear from Thomas. This is not even a warm-up height for him. He can do like 30 centimeters higher than this log.
Eccolo qua, uno dei salti più alti per lui da completare per Thomas Pekaker, che appunto stanno dicendo è in assoluto forse l'atleta più forte per la categoria dei 20 pollici.
He did a paddle up and all the way up. Look at his power.
Great
it's insane. This gap is no problem. Jumping out of that last sector arrow.
Great move here for Thomas Pekaker that has 30 points, but only 47 seconds to close this fourth section, the Ponte di Legno Tonale section.
Yeah, but now he's going to do that bunny hop, and same as Benito, he goes and turn to the left to get enough speed, which probably means he's going to do the bunny. And you see he just explodes all the way up, and he has 25 seconds. I think he can get, definitely 50 points here.
What a difference of power from Thomas Pekaker and the other two athletes that we
But look here, with 15 seconds left, it's almost possible.
Yeah. Very fast on the last gate here for Thomas Pekaker that tried to close.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No. He got through with 60 points. That is an insane performance from Thomas Pekaker, which proves why he wears the rainbow jersey.
Look at the time, only 1 second.
Yeah.
Only 1 second. Great job for this.
Yeah, and he didn't even need to stress that much. He just had the right pace from the beginning, getting the rest he needed. The only error he made was that he didn't manage to keep it on the last part. But look at the power, where Alejandro went front to back, he went straight to rear wheel on that last gate in the 6th sector.
So, first position for Thomas Pekaker, second Dominic Oswald, third for Alejandro Montalvo, and the other 3 are quite far.
Yeah, I think you see the power difference here. But there are more sections, and I think in the next section there you don't have these insane moves.
Yep.
Well, you still have the insane moves.
We'll see the crowd that goes from section number 1 to section number 2. A lot of fun here in Val di Sole.
Yeah.
That coming from all Europe to see these great champions.
And I have to I was not telling the truth about big moves in the next section because the second gate here is completely insane.
Yeah.
So you have to just watch it and see if they're able to get up.
Stavamo dicendo appunto che nel frattempo abbiamo visto in sovrappressione la grafica, comanda e non per nulla è il campione del mondo Thomas Pekaker con 60 punti, seguito da Dominic Oswald, più staccati gli altri, e stavamo appunto introducendo dopo questa sezione numero 2 che è forse ancora più difficile in termini di salti che vengono richiesti agli atleti. Perché appunto, come potrete vedere durante la prova di Dominic Oswald, gli ostacoli da affrontare sono veramente alti e difficili.
10 points for Dominic so far, but now he's heading up for that huge tree obstacle, wooden obstacle, and it's 188 to the top, and you have to get so high to get the grip for your front wheel. It's almost impossible.
Try to go on the mushroom, 188 centimeter.
But that's not even enough because it's round, so you have to get even further to get any grip on your front wheel.
Only 52 seconds to close this Val di Sole section.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And he managed to get the grip. And that is 20 points in 1 minute and 15 seconds.
Yeah, but what a move.
Yeah. This move should not be the hardest one, but it's quite technical, very sharp, very edgy rock. But as you see, it's not the hardest one.
Another big rock.
Yeah.
And then we are on the half of this second section, the Val di Sole section, and only 22 seconds to close.
Yeah. This one was 156 to the top, which is not very high to do this hook movement. But now you have the gap, which is 250 long and 50 centimeters up. This is a
but
huge
the time
gap.
probably is.
Yeah, if he jumps now,
40
he will
points.
make it.
But
No.
Nothing to do here. 40 points for Dominic Oswald. Every time perfect in the first section, but every time it has enough time to close. But great job. Grande lavoro, grande performance per Dominic Oswald, che in entrambe le piazzole non ha mai avuto il tempo per concludere, ma in tutti i passaggi per ora non ha mai totalizzato 1-0. Qua praticamente è caduto, ma il tempo era ormai scaduto, quindi non c'era niente da fare per questo atleta classe 1997 che va a sommare 40 punti ai 50 di prima. Benito Ross, not a good start, 10 points in the first section, but now he has to do something better.
And I think the first sector should be no big problem for Benito. It's very classic trials, not very huge, but the next move, I'm not sure if Benito is able to get his front wheel over the top and hook that move. And this section, it just gets worse and worse and worse. So you have the big 2 gate, and then you have the 5 and the 6 gate, which is even harder, with
quite
huge
terrible.
gaps. Yeah. So I guess we're going to see Benito try this for 1 minute and 21 seconds. No, I have to. That was not correct. He does it easily and much faster than Dominic.
Yes, at least look at the time, 30 seconds, almeno 20 secondi di vantaggio su quanto fatto da Dominic Oswald. Benito Rossi ha provato una prima volta, la seconda è andato veramente deciso e ha fatto quello che doveva fare. Ricordiamo 188 cm, quel fungo lì da saltare, non poca cosa.
And I'm sorry for not believing you, Benito, on the second gate, but the third gate I think should be quite easy for Benito. The only thing is that it's technical. You have to push and hit your wheels at the correct place with very small margins. 40 seconds left, so he's not able to finish the section, but maybe he can get 10 or 20 points more.
He lost a lot of time here in this third gate, and now we'll see with Dominic Oswald that the fourth gate is quite...
The fourth gate is quite easy
to do,
It's just 156 to the top, and you can hook it compared to like 179 in section 1.
This section, every other rider needs technique, power, and to be very...
But now you see he didn't do that B gate, so now he's through the B gate, and he has 3 seconds left, so it's
not enough. But 40 points, the same result that we see
Dominic.
before with Dominic Oswald. So 40 points for Oswald and 40 points for Benito Ross, quindi 40 punti sia per Oswald che per Benito Ros. Il primo è stato più lento nella prima parte, molto veloce sulla terzo e quarto passaggio. Benito Ros molto veloce nei primi due salti, poi ha perso veramente tanto tempo nel terzo passaggio. Lot of time lost from Benito in the third.
Yeah. Which should be the easier gate compared to the second gate.
And now we are with Alejandro Montalvo, 40 points in the fourth section. Now he has the chance to coming back.
Yeah. The first gate, easy for Alejandro. Let's see what he can do on the second gate. He has a very strong hookup, but I'm not sure if he has the power.
Yeah.
Trying to get as much speed
Almost
as possible.
2 meters to jump.
Yeah. He nearly got the grip, so I think he can make it on the second try.
Sì, dicevamo in precedenza che è rotondo quel fungo e quindi appunto le difficoltà sono maggiori perché non ci si riesce a ancorare, uncinare, darsi il colpo per saltare sopra. Second chance?
Yes.
Yeah. What a great move.
Same time as Benito, he has 30 seconds more time than Dominic.
Dominic Oswald.
And the next one's going to be so easy for Alejandro. He's an expert in doing sketchy, narrow, sharp rocks. Look how he's going to do this one.
No problem. Great
That's
move here for
breakfast.
Alejandro Montalvo. And he is the fast one
Yeah.
in this.
And he's going to do the next one
Second.
easy also, but the problem is the the fifth gate.
Il problema appunto per lui, passato questa quarta porta, sarà l'affrontare la quinta porta, che è quel grandissimo salto che appunto dovrà affrontare ora. What is the decision now?
Now he's going to put a strategic dab, but the thing is that the next gap is even worse, so it's no point putting a dab here because he's not going to do the next jump because it's even bigger. And the next jump for 20-inch, they have done it differently for 20 and 26. For 20, it's like 2 meters gap, but it's 110 height difference from takeoff to landing. But maybe I have to. No, he actually does it. With
Yeah.
6 seconds left.
He
He
tried
has
to
to
play.
do it very fast.
Where is he?
Yeah, did it.
Ooh. He is the first one to close this section. A zero there, but is nothing better to do for him.
50
And
points.
50 points that are very, very, very important. Ragazzi, questo è un campione, non c'è forse bisogno di dirlo, lo si sapeva già. Vittoria l'anno scorso in Val di Sole, qua ha fatto qualcosa di incredibile, dei salti oltre i 2 metri, non solo in altezza ma anche appunto in lunghezza, e guardate cosa ha fatto qua. Ha dovuto accettare appunto di prendere lo zero in quel salto in verticale che per lui è veramente troppo alto, atleta, ricordavamo abbastanza minuto sebbene coriaceo. Alejandro Montalvo ha preso lo zero dove lo doveva prendere, però tutti gli altri sono stati 10, quindi 50 punti. 50 points for Alejandro Montalvo that is coming back on the
Yeah, and now it's a tie between Dominic and Alejandro from
Yeah.
what I can see.
50 points, 90 points for everybody.
Yeah,
For
both of them. Yeah.
Yeah, for both.
Yeah, but they done it differently with 50-40 and 40-50 in
Yep.
first and second sections respectively.
Very far.
10 points for Borja, and let's see if he can get up on gate 2.
E appunto dicevamo che Alejandro Montalvo e Oswald sono in testa lì a quota 90 punti, si sono scambiati i punteggi perché il primo ha fatto 50 nella prima e l'altro 40 nella seconda, e poi hanno fatto l'uno viceversa l'altro e sono arrivati entrambi a quota 90. For Borja Canejos this is a huge jump, probably too much, or
I'm not sure, he was very close to making it on that second try, but yeah, it's not.
yeah, it's not
It's
too much.
possible for
It's
him.
possible for him.
And you see,
Great
he's
stop.
in the middle between Dominic and Benito time-wise, so I think he can get through and all the way to the fourth
Yeah.
gate.
Lost a bit of time, but he tried to do the third, fourth, fifth gate. I don't know if it.
Now he has to do
time
the
close.
B gate
Yeah.
also. You see, he missed the gate B, and he's through gate 3B. 30
Lost
points.
30 points. Right now
You see, this is the easiest obstacle in the section.
comes the rain another time here in Val di Sole.
Yeah.
Everything is more difficult with the rain, but these riders are the best in the world.
And let's see, he does the same as Alejandro. opting for that strategic dab on the 5th gate, but I'm not sure if he has enough time to. Oh, he misses the balance, but also he didn't have enough time to complete the last gate.
Ha provato la stessa tattica usata da Montalvo, ovvero saltare e poi appoggiare il piede, aveva meno tempo e peraltro ha perso anche l'equilibrio esattamente in questo momento qua, poi mancavano 10 secondi. Non valeva la pena rischiare, se ne esce quindi con 40 points.
Yeah, so he's on 50 points in total.
Yeah.
But Charlie's on 20, so I'm not sure if he can do the 2nd gate, but his hooks are extremely good, so he's able to get up very high obstacles with his hookup technique. So let's see what he can do. I think the 1st and the 3rd and the 4th gate would be quite easy for Charlie.
Resta allora quindi un po' staccato dalla 2 di testa Borja Conejos. Ci prova ora Charlie Oroz, che diciamo è in assoluto uno dei più atleti più stilosi e belli da vedere per la sua grande tecnica e per le sue sempre differenti letture. What is going to do Charlie Oroz on this almost 2-meter jump on these mushrooms?
He's going to try the hook, and on first try, that proves how
he's
good
the first one rider that can do this incredible jump on the first try, so he has a lot of time to close this area. 20 points for Charlie Oroz.
Yeah, easily up, and he has now, he's 15 seconds ahead the other riders.
Yeah, great job here.
This one is perfect for left foot forward. You see he has the room on the left side of the rock.
Stavamo appunto complimentando virtualmente con Charlie Oroz perché è stato l'unico a fare quel salto sul fungo di in legno al primo tentativo. Ha veramente margine a livello di tempo su tutti gli altri, potrebbe scalzare comodamente a questo punto Borja Conejos, che si trova in seconda posizione con 50 punti, anzi l'ha già fatto perché ne aveva 20 prima e 40 adesso.
And look here, Charlie is going to try the gap. A for effort. He actually tries everything, and you're not going to see him put down any strategic dabbing. He's here for the riding, not for the dabbing. And that's very nice to see that he charges very hard and he actually tries everything.
Perfetta la descrizione di Airi Kultang, di questo atleta, è uno che veramente gioca sempre alla morte, ci prova. Ci ha provato in questo caso, era un salto di oltre 2 metri, ci ha provato, è arrivato 10 cm corto ed è caduto, però 40 punti sono stati incamerati, vola quindi in terza posizione. 5 cm more?
I would say it was more like 20,
At
but
20, yeah.
I'm not sure what he was trying to do, if he actually wanted to try to go to bash plate or he wanted to go to front wheel, because it was kind of in the middle, but it's so long, it's very hard to control.
Now it's going to rain harder, but we have the best one in the first section, the Ponte di Legno Tonale section. It is the world champ Thomas Pekaker that now is start for the second section, the Val di Sole section.
Yeah, first gate, no problem. Second gate, now it's wet on the top of that mushroom, but yeah, I think the power of the powerhouse is enough to get up and get the grip.
E allora ci vuole provare Thomas Pekaker a arrivare in cima a quel fungo.
Easily, same first try, second rider to do it first try. The third and the fourth gate should be no problem for Thomas, so
20.
maybe we can see 50 or 60 points.
Yeah.
Look at the time.
Look at the time, yeah, if he take another 60, probably he try to goes away from the other. We have on 90 points
with
Dominic
no doubt.
Oswald and Alejandro Montalvo.
And you see he's halfway through the section and he's halfway through the time, so I think he has the time to finish it. Though this is not the best obstacle for right foot forward, so you see he does this in a double process, so he does the A gate first, then he goes up again and do the B gate, which was the semi-final gate earlier today. And I think he can do the gap. I think he can do the gap like the 2 wheels. I'm not sure if back wheel is too long, and I'm not sure if Thomas really likes to go to front wheel, but we're about to find out. Oh, that was true.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, done. Great job from Thomas Pekaker.
Oh my
the great job, the world champ, and now is going to as fast as possible to close.
Yeah, with 5 seconds left, and he's gonna win today.
Yeah,
because he didn't win in Austria, and I think he was a bit upset for that
in
one.
his homeland,
Yeah,
and
and
now
this
he
is
tried to win
redemption time.
Yeah.
Look here, he's true. He didn't even need like a tabletop air out of that jump, which should give him like 20 more in style points, don't you think?
Veramente incredibile quello che sta facendo questo atleta, stavamo dicendo, non ha vinto nella sua madrepatria, l'Austria, a Salisburgo, lì arrivò Alejandro Montalvo a soffiargli il primo posto. In Val di Sole, che poi dall'Austria non è poi così lontana, sta provando a rifarsi, 120 punti per lui, 2,60. We see in all the women elite 260 and in the two stage for Thomas and 260.
Yeah, and Dominic is
anybody else do other 60 in the men elite 20 inches.
Yeah, Dominic is approaching the first gate, which is the same as we used in the semi-final earlier today, so it should be no problem. And the real difficulty starts at the second and third gate. This is a section with a mix of logs and rocks.
And then there's the famous river.
Yeah, it's very humid at the bottom around the river.
It's raining on the sky.
So now they do the same jump as were in the semi-final, but just slightly higher on the log. And the next jump is an uphill run-up, which is 120 centimeters high, which is not too high for Dominic. So he sets up for a pedal up, which is his strongest technique, I think. You see, he struggles with the grip, I guess, because it's uphill, it's grass, it's raining, and the log is also slippery.
Atleta della Dorval, Dominic Oswald, che appunto per lui non dovrebbe essere così difficile, e infatti copre questo oltre quasi 1,5 metri questo salto, lo copre senza problemi, e ora è il tempo di avvicinarsi al fiume. 20 points. But
yeah, the next one, 30 seconds left.
Look at the time.
This is a 1:32 pedal up, but it is from a log, so it's very narrow, slippery. But you don't need to jump all the way up, so I think it's possible for Dominic, even with an unperfect jump.
Come back 20 seconds, probably nothing to do, impossible to close this section.
I think he can do that jump, but this is the first part of the sector. He has to do more to get the points.
Up here it's only 20 points, only 20 points, nothing to do. Dominic Oswald, not a good section for the German rider.
No, 20 points. He must be disappointed with
Yep.
that one.
Deve essere appunto un po' dispiaciuto per questi 20 punti raccimolati, era partito veramente bene. Il rischio è quello di vedere fuggire via poi Alejandro Montalvo e soprattutto Thomas Pekacher. 110 points.
Yeah, 110. But I think this section could be perfect for Benito because none of the 3 first jumps are that big. And he's the guy with the most experience, and I think he's able to do it very well.
Purtroppo continua a piovere, però il pubblico rimane ancora veramente numeroso qua sulle rive della Vermigliana. Nel frattempo è partito il classe 1981, il campionissimo Benito Ros.
Yeah, Benito doing the jump he's done already 2 times today. Easily to back wheel, holding it because there is a B gate at the end, so he has to get through both A and B before he gets 10 points. And now he's probably going to set up for a bunny hop, like a good old bunny hop. There is a flat ground surface in run up, and I was wrong. There was a pedal up. Maybe he did that to practice before this next uphill 120. And you can see he goes more from the left than Dominic. And
take a lot of space to try to close this.
Pushing the tape backwards.
Is allowed to do.
Oh, that was to his bash plate.
I don't really know if the judge said something or it's good.
It was just one penalty because he went too much of an angle, I think. He slipped off because he was coming from an angle, but this move with the balance and control of Benito should be possible because the height is not the difficult part for him, it's just the run-up.
we don't see any more the time, but I think that he has a lot of time.
Yeah, he has more than 30 seconds
40
left.
seconds, yeah.
But now you see he has 10 more points, but this gap is very big. So we measured this gap earlier today, and it's 2:33, but it's very high.
The touch with the bicycle, another probably 0 here. And another time on the river.
Yep. And now they have the rock as has been used in the semi-final earlier today, but now they do it from the harder side. So you have to jump higher and you have an uphill run-up, and as you can see, it's very slippery in the area around the river. It's so muddy and humid.
No time, but it's so muddy, and so it can pedal so as.
But what you can see is that he has 20 points, but he did it differently than Dominic. So if you put it together, you have at least 30 points here.
Shoegate more than Dominic Oswald, but there are a lot of problem in the second gate. So 20, and it goes to 70 points, 40 points more for Oswald, so 110 for Oswald, and 70 points for Benito Ross. Alejandro Montalvo, that start from the 90 points that takes in the fourth and second section.
The first part should be no problem for him, though it's much more slippery now than it was in the semi-final, and the top of that log is without any chicken wire. Like the beginning of the log is completely smooth, and then you have the chicken wire later. He did that easily with a run-up, and maybe he's going to do a run-up in this second sector also. Yeah, with a Frenchy slight touch with his front wheel. And now, as you can see, like Benito did it from the same angle as Alejandro, but the problem is that because it's wet and slippery, you don't want to come in from tight angle, because then it's easier to slip off. Did he touch or did he not touch?
I don't really know. I see the legs.
He did not touch. He did not touch, even though his foot slipped off the pedal.
Wow, what a great move here for Alejandro Montalvo.
Yeah.
And then goes on the third gate, so così non ha veramente toccato, ha perso per un attimo l'equilibrio con la gamba sinistra, ma ciò che conta è non toccare, non ha toccato, l'ha recuperato in tempo l'equilibrio, e quindi 20 punti per lui. Adesso ci si avvicina alla terza porta, questo grande masso. Il problema qua è anche la grande umidità che c'è sul pezzo di tronco.
Crashing.
Crash and 20 points.
And yeah, that's definitely a 5.
Yeah, definitely a 5, and a little bit of break to.
Now I have to fix the section, which is a delay for the other riders, but I think it should be quite quick. Here you can see the replay of his very nice run-up with one leg off. But I think now what we see now is that this section is not harder than the first two. It's just the rain, I think.
Yeah.
Because run up on a log like this, which is wet,
everything is
terrible.
Wet and muddy.
You could see he tried to do the hookup, but his rear wheel slipped off when he landed. And Borja can, I think he can do at least 30 points here, but
he has to wait a little
to
bit.
Find out. Yeah.
The same race for Dominic Oswald and Alejandro Montalvo.
Yeah,
150, 140 and 120.
Yeah.
Same score, 110. And here there is the great opportunity to come back for Borja Conejos and Charlie Ross.
But you see Alejandro is leading because he has the best semi-final result out of the two between Dominic and Alejandro. And it's not raining that hard now. I think it just stopped, so maybe Borja has an advantage.
We'll see a little bit of sun in the southeast part of the valley.
Yeah, it's blue skies coming up the valley, yeah?
We hope so.
Yeah. Borja setting up for a paddle up, or is he gonna do the front wheel move? He does the front wheel move. The paddle kick to front, I would call it. Paddle into front, maybe. And maybe he's going to do front wheel on the next one as well, because that is his favorite technique, I think, and his strongest technique.
Stavo dicendo che qua per Borja Conejos è la grande opportunità di tornare in gara, quantomeno per il secondo posto, perché Oswald e Montalvo stanno facendo gara in fotocopia, un 50-40-20. Ricordiamo in questo caso che Montalvo è leggermente avanti perché, come ci ricordava il nostro commentatore tecnico Erik Ultang,
That is 2 penalties for Boria and only 10 points so far.
concludo il discorso, contava il miglior piazzamento nella semifinale. Nel frattempo 2 penalità, anche se in realtà conta maggiormente lo 0 per Borja Conejos. 1-10 in the first game, then a 0 and 2 penalties for Borja Conejos. And then there is this third gate that is one of the hardest to close.
Yeah. And that was another penalty. His pedal hit the rock.
Another 0.
Yeah, so it's only 10 points so far, but now he has the gap which is around 220, this gap, and maybe almost 1 meter of height difference between takeoff and landing. And it's very ugly, this edge you land on. It's not straight at all, it's just like a hole in the landing.
2,20 metri per provare a chiudere questa pietra a forma di tartaruga, e abbandona tutto Borja Conejos perché è caduto al di fuori del percorso. Only 10 for Borja Conejos. Oswald and Montalvo are going every time more far section to section, so only 60 points for the 20 years old rider from Spain. Now we have Charlie Ross.
Yeah, I want to see at least 30 points here because his technical abilities and speed should make it possible for him to get through at least the third sector.
You start from 60?
Yeah, I'm not sure if he can do the gap on the fourth gate. And what you can see on camera is that when you land on the fourth gate, it's just a hole. There is no place you can move forward. You just stop in this hole. And that's why I'm not sure if you're going to see anyone do that one to front. I think you have to do it to 2 wheels. He goes pedal into front, not even bothering going to rear wheel, just rolling over, hence his name, Charlie Rolls. And he goes even more from the side. He's going to turn in. Slips
another
off.
decision. Completely
Did he
bad,
injure
but
himself or is
I
he
think
just upset?
nothing problem, only upset. A decision, bad decision, but a little bit of not too lucky. Charlie Ross here. Only
This
10
edge,
points.
Yeah, this edge is so slippery now that it's nearly impossible to going in from an angle. As you could see with both Charlie and Benito, they were slipping off. But points for being a creative rider, like he could easily have made this one. The point was, his aim was to go into the front and then turn his rear part of the bike around, then entering the gate. Which is a hard move.
Only 20 points in this section for Oswald, Benito Ross, Alejandro Montalvo, and 10 points for Conejos and Rolls.
Yep.
What can this man do now?
Look, he's still leading even before he started the section. He's still in a 10-point lead. So just getting up one obstacle and he has a comfortable lead for the last 2 sections.
Stavamo appunto notando che Thomas Pekaker, in maniera abbastanza incredibile se pensiamo che siamo solo alla terza sezione, anche totalizzando 1-0 in questa terza sezione, quella griffata Idrodolomiti Energia, che è partner della Val di Sole Bike Lane, rimarrebbe comunque in testa, quindi tutto ciò che viene è buono per allontanare gli altri. 10 points here for Thomas Pekaker after the fourth gate.
Yeah, and 20-point lead, and you see this move is nothing for him, but I'm interested to see what he's going to try here now. Is he going to go straight to rear wheel?
Decision.
This is the aim, yeah. And this is, from where he stands now, it's less than 120 high. So you see, it's not a big height for him, it's just the tight gate and the tape on the side that makes it difficult.
Scelta tattica particolare ma vincente, quella di Thomas Pekaker, che è dotato appunto di grandissima forza fisica, riesce a fare quello che atleti un po' più minuti come Conejos, come Montalvo magari fanno con più fatica quando si tratta di fare salti soprattutto in verticale sulla forza esplosiva. Thomas Pekaker è dotato sicuramente di qualcosina in più. Toy gate here for Thomas Pekaker.
Yeah.
Nobody done more than 20 points.
Easily up, and now he actually increased his lead with 10 points.
Yep.
And this gap, if he goes to 2 wheels, I think it's possible, but front wheel, it's gonna stop. And you see he went straight to 2 wheels because that's the only way you can do this obstacle. If not, maybe it's possible with 26 later. And now he has to go through that B gate.
There is very muddy. Look at the wheels where he's going, but
but
this section is another victory for him.
Yeah.
Every section is a battle, and he wants just the 3 section. 30 points.
No, 40.
40
2 times
points
more than any other rider.
Yeah.
But the time is out. But 40 points is
160 points. 50 points more than Oswald and 160 points. 50 points more than Oswald and Montalvo.
Yeah, increased his lead with 20 points.
Sì,
correct, yeah?
20 points, increasing. Si aggiunge altri 20 punti al suo margine, che in precedenza per l'appunto era di 120 contro 90, quindi 30 punti prima, adesso sono addirittura 50. Si sta creando il margine per riuscire a vincere la gara già alla quarta sezione. He tried to win on the first section, everything. If he went with a lot of margin the first section, he tried to
maybe
win
he
everything
can even
before
secure the win before the 5th section. This section is quite hard. It's like the upper river section, the second section in the river, and I think it's the 2A, 3A, 4B and 6A. That's the hardest gates from what I can see, but also the first gate, the 1A, it's a very pointy rock where you have to do like a static hook or a straight jump to back wheel. We're going to see maybe both, but it's very pointy and very risky, and
The crowd is moving from the Italo Dolomiti Energia section to the Wurtmodiv section, to another section, Selle Italia, the sponsor of the Val di Sole Bikeland. You will see the 4th section, and we are ready to see if Dominic Oswald is going to try to coming back to Thomas Pekaker, that is leading this Manly 20 final with 160 points. 110 points for Oswald and Montalvo. It's time to closing this section and start for Dominic Oswald.
Now you can see how pointy that first rock is, and I guess Dominic will go straight to rear, which I can see now it's the best option, and 10 points. And now he has a big move from that rock, and that is 155 all the way to the top, but I think you can go like halfway up and use your rear wheel. You can see the rock is not completely vertical on the sides, so he will hit this rear wheel. And this rock, some of the riders have done before in the previous World Cups, and he did that quite easily.
Roccioni naturali dalla forma veramente irregolare, perché appunto non hanno una base d'appoggio totalmente piatte, e qua ora c'è questo monolite da scalare in verticale. What a stone here to jump.
Yeah, he tries to do the static jump. The gap from the other rock would be like nearly 2.5 meters with height difference, so that's maybe too big. Now he just has to pay attention to his pedal so they don't touch. And he's through here. Now he has another set of 10 points.
The rain stops another time. We hope that
that's
completely finished.
Keep it this way. But now he has a big gap, and he has to keep it on the rear wheel because the exit is on the end of the log where he jumped out now. That was quite easy for Dominic, that gap. I spoke to Benito about his gap, and he thought it was quite hard. With 16 seconds left, it's not enough to complete the section, but it is enough to get that 5th gate.
Every time he has the problem of the time, but I don't remember a 0.
And the thing is, with the new system, it's more important to get every gate than getting to the finish line. And the time is out, but that's 50 points.
He's good.
Back in the battle. Yeah.
Back in the battle with 160 points, reach Thomas Pekaker.
So Thomas has a very comfortable lead, and if Thomas gets 60 points in this section, he has won the competition.
Ha raggiunto Thomas Pekaker con un 160. Il rischio è che però che se Thomas Pekaker in questa piazzola numero 4 andrà a concludere con un altro 60, la vittoria, il discorso per la vittoria praticamente è già andato ancora prima di affrontare la piazzola numero 5, quella del Trentino. Questa è la piazzola dedicata a Wurt Modif e Sell Italia, partner, il comitato organizzatore Val di Sole Bike Land. Coming back.
Yeah. Benito started a bit early. I don't think the judges or camera were ready, so he gets a second start.
Yeah.
Normally that's a 5, but when the judges tell you, it's
Falsa partenza per Benito Ros, che torna sui suoi passi e riparte ora con il gate 1.
Yeah.
Balance here.
Yeah.
It's
not the hardest move for them, but you see he went to the grass instead of the rock. That could be due to puncture risk or something like that. It's a softer landing, and he's an old man now, so he wants soft landings, I guess. And this one much easier with left foot and right foot compared to Dominic, so that went
very good,
quite easily. Yeah.
Probably this is one of the easiest sections.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. There is no like this one. He's gonna do the static hook, and this is also even better with left foot because you can see he has more room on the left side.
Look at the foot of Benito Ros.
3 centimeters.
Ooh. Great move.
Yeah, and he tries to hold it because I think he does the same as Dominic, that like now he jumped through 4A, but he just don't want to keep it. He goes and set it up again from the left side of that gate.
Stessa scelta di Oswald, deve provare a tornare sotto, anche perché il tedesco ha buttato lì un 50 che lo spinge sempre più lontano. Erano 40 i punti di differenza tra il grandissimo Benito Ros e Oswald Dominic, che si è portato a 160. Nel frattempo sta totalizzando un 10 dopo l'altro, 10, 10, 10,
and he was
35.
worried about that gap, and he did it so easily, straight to rear wheel, managed to keep it, and now he enters the 5th gate, 5th sector, which we have done in previous races, and it's been more rain than this before, so
he's here with his family that is completely going mad every time he does a section.
And
Go
16
Benito.
seconds.
Yeah, can try to close, eh?
This is a static move, I think. It is. Oh, that was a pedal, I think. Yeah.
Nothing to do. 50 points.
But that move is 160 to the top. Is that move?
Yeah.
The very top is 160 tall. 50 points. He should be happy with that one.
Close a section and goes to 120. The same gap before. From Benito to Oswald, 40 points, quite hard to go to the podium. We'll see now if Alejandro Montalvo try to.
The thing is that in the last section, all the way from second gate onwards, it's really hard. So anything can happen in the last section, I would say.
Siamo appunto alla sezione 4, stavamo dicendo che tutto può succedere alla sezione numero 5, però per Benito Ros le cose per la questione podium, qualora Montalvo dovesse andare a quota 50 o 60, totalizzare un 50-60 ora, si mettono male perché sono 40 i punti che lo separano da Oswald. Ricordiamo che con Pekaker, se totalizza un 60, ha già chiuso il discorso per la vittoria. Alejandro Montalvo, last year winner here in Val di Sole, goes to the second gate.
Yeah, and he didn't manage to keep it. You see, he sets up for a jump, so he has like a pre-jump, so he can get more speed. But he hit his pedal.
He's going to lose a lot of time.
Yeah, and you see he's already on 0 points on the second sector. The third sector is perfect for Montalvo with a static hook, so he just has to get up here. But you see, with right foot and less power than Dominic, it's really hard to get up this second sector.
3 times, nothing to do in this gate, and there's the 4th.
Yeah. Now he got angry, so now he had to do it.
Yeah. He goes the young Spanish rider, Alejandro Montalvo, the winner of 2018 World Cup here in Val di Sole.
And this is his expertise, like doing these static jumps, hanging from the front wheel, and he's on 20 points.
Sì, dicevamo appunto che Alejandro Montalvo è veramente esperto quando si tratta di fare questi salti, soprattutto in verticale, aggrapparsi, uncinare con la ruota davanti la parte superiore dell'ostacolo a attraversare e poi darsi un secondo colpo per andare in là e totalizzare 10 punti. Siamo a 20.
Yeah, front to back, and he didn't keep it, and he didn't exit the gate. He did exit the gate correctly.
Correctly, yeah.
That was pure luck. I think.
A little bit short, but
Yeah.
30 points. He has to do a 52 coming back to Oswald.
Yeah. And now. Oh,
Fall
that's a
down.
crash. And wet
Not a
shoes.
good section here for Montalvo. 140, only 20 points from. We have 160 Oswald, 140 Montalvo, 120 Benito Rossi.
Yeah.
Great battle for the podium. Oswald here makes a jump a little bit further than the other.
Yeah.
Goes-
Yeah.
try to go
he
away.
only lacks some speed, but else from that, there is no real difficulty for Dominic in this section. But I think that the last move is much better for left foot than right foot, because then you can jump from the top of the hill instead of down the hill. So that is an advantage for both Charlie and Benito, and also Borja, which is entering the section right now.
Parte Borja Conejos che è l'ultimo dopo le prime 3 sezioni, è veramente lontano, ma con un 60 potrebbe tornare in gioco. With a 60 coming, he has the chance to coming back.
Borja,
And,
yeah.
he tried to go, the first gate is good, 10 points, and now this you jump
With left foot forward, it is an advantage, but you see, you
yes,
need to
coming
jump further to make it. Now he sets up for a pre-jump, and no, there is no place you can get grip for your front wheel there. You
like
need to do it
Alejandro
dynamically.
Montalvo, like Alejandro Montalvo, he has to try many times to close this jump.
And on the third try, he made it on a clean.
Yes, clean move here for Borja Conejos, 20 points and 1 minute to close the other 4 gate.
Yeah, and this is his expertise again, same as Alejandro, doing static jumps. They are very light riders, and they can take an advantage of just getting the grip of the front wheel.
Another cross the river.
Yeah, he likes to swim, I think, in the river all the time. But let's hope he lands in the river only with his wheels and not his feet, as Alejandro did. And now I think he will do like a gap into front and then turn his rear wheel in.
Ooh.
But he does it the other way, but he finds a way to get out of that B gate, the 4B.
Che mossa, ragazzi, qua per Borja Conejos.
Yes.
Rischia di perdere l'equilibrio, ma se la fa rimanere lì. Una buona piazzola per lui, perché ha già 40 punti, anche se però mancano 10 secondi. Only 9 seconds to close here, but a good section if try to close this one.
3 seconds left, 2 seconds left, and yeah,
Finish.
that was also a C part of that sector, which is down on the ground. So he was lacking like 5 meters of riding to get that last 10 points.
So 40 points here for Conejos. It goes to 100. The podium is far, at least 40 points.
I think we see Thomas, Dominic, and Alejandro on the podium. But
But we have Benito Ross that can try something.
Yeah, but also
good.
Charlie with full score here, he is at 110. And then he is very close to Benito, so then it depends on the last section.
Charlie Ross starts from 70, so with 60 he goes to 120 and he can be in the battle for the podium.
First move here, easy for Charlie, setting up for the next one. I guess he will also try a pre-jump, but as you've seen, left foot forward is an advantage on this jump. And the same as Alejandro and Borja, he is an expert at doing static jumps. Oh, he touched his paddle.
That's the paddle. So 0 here for Charlie Ross, but he can go to the third gate.
Look at the time, 30 seconds more than Borja. Fast as usual.
And clean, I think so.
Yeah, that was clean. Let's see if he can do this jump, because he's a creative rider and he can go to front wheel, turn around, and he has the ultimate control.
Si sta facendo veramente divertire qua Charlie Ross, perché anche se si trova nelle parti basse della classifica sta facendo cose assurde. What a movie for Charlie Ross. He has to try another time.
Yeah, he still has a lot of time left, but maybe it's too big for him. No.
Ah.
And now he just has to
The
get
crowd
up.
is going insane for
Yeah.
Charlie Ross.
And he does the same way as Borja did earlier.
30 points.
yeah,
and
36
35
seconds, yeah.
to close, yeah.
I think he's able to do that one. Now he turns around, going front to back on that top, and when he goes down now, he has 10 more points, and he has even time for the last move with left foot forward.
The last
It's
gate
an
here,
advantage.
last move for Charlie Ross. 12 seconds to close. Go Charlie.
Oh, that was a dab with his
Ah,
pedal. But
Nothing to do,
A
but
for effort again. He
40.
rides so fast.
so 110 for Charlie Ross.
Yeah, it's close
Benito
to
Ross
Benito,
is
yeah?
there, but the other a little bit too far. But great job for Charlie Ross. He
Yeah,
is going
first
to,
final.
yeah, and the crowd is insane for.
He's a
He's-
fan favorite, I
Yeah.
would say.
He is a millennial, born in Great Britain in 2001, so 18 years for this rider. So Thomas Pekacher with a 60 is gonna be the winner today.
Yeah. Then he just needs to get one gate on the next section, and he's 100% sure the winner.
But never say never in trial.
Oh, but I think even with less than 60 points here, he's gonna win, because the start of the concrete section is very possible for him.
Sta dicendo che questo atleta con la maglia dei Liri del campione del mondo con un 60 potrebbe concludere già tutto, ma probabilmente anche con un 30-40 tutto andrà il discorso si porterà alla sezione numero 5, ma è assai probabile che Thomas Pekacher possa vendicarsi della sconfitta arrivata in casa a Salisburgo patita da Alejandro Montalvo e portarsi a casa questa seconda tappa di Coppa del Mondo.
Yeah. Finds a good spot here. A lot of pedal clearance, you see.
Only one
Quite a
centimeter
lot,
with the
yeah.
left.
Yeah, but he's getting
moves.
really good at those static jumps. Tries to keep his wheel dry, but he didn't manage.
Probably I point here. Oh,
Yeah,
I
one judge
that's-
gives him one,
and the other one 0. So
I think it
that's-
was on the second sector that he gave in 1 point, but the other judge clearly is not giving
say
him.
clean, but we'll see later. The 30 point right now for Thomas Pekacher, but we have to wait the official result.
But
It's
did-
clean for the other
But
judge
look
too.
now,
so.
did he for no? He goes the same way as in the quarterfinal yesterday and Friday to get out of that B in the 4th sector, and he has the same time left as Charlie, I think.
A lot of time to close this section. 40 points
Yeah.
now.
Let's see
So-
if there is any changes after. Now Klaus, the judge here, has 0 points.
Yeah,
for him,
0
so-
point the other judge too.
Yeah.
So he wants try 15 seconds to try to win this race in the 4th section. Last
9
jump.
seconds. Yeah.
I don't think it's enough.
No.
What? No.
But it is
But
enough.
great job.
Yeah, I think it's enough
It's
anyway.
enough.
Yeah.
50 points here for Thomas Pekacher. He goes to 210.
Yeah.
Yeah.
210, and that is 50 points ahead of Dominic. So Dominic needs 50 points or more
Yeah.
to
Dominic
just win, and
60 points, 56.
20
Pro-
points in the last section, and
60,
he's for sure a
yeah.
winner. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think if we has just 260, so if the only opportunity for Oswald is doing a 60 and a 0 for Pekacher.
Yeah, 0-10, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the last section is probably the section with the highest average height on the obstacle ever in the history of trials. So, like the lowest obstacle is
In the
145.
history of
I
track.
think so, because the lowest obstacle is like 145, then you have like 174 hookups, you have 160 hookups, 166 hookup on the wooden run-up, like uphill run-up. So, yeah, the start of this section is similar to the semi-final this morning, but they put tape on both sides of the obstacle. So that means that you have no other option than just clearing it perfectly on the first go. But Dominic is going to do that for sure, because this is warm-up for him.
Il nostro Eric Hultang si è preparato alla grande, ha misurato salto per salto, il più basso misura 140 centimetri e l'ha definita come una delle sezioni più difficili della storia del trial. I nostri organizzatori qui in Val di Sole hanno fatto veramente le cose in grande per questa ultima sezione. Deve fare 60 per provare a vincere, però vuole anche puntare in alto per un secondo posto. Ricordiamo che se Pekaker totalizza 10 avrà la vittoria già certa in tasca. Quindi Dominic Oswald with 20, and now the biggest jump of the day.
Yeah, this is not the biggest one, but this is with the beam on the run-up, and from the end of the beam is 166 to the top, but the concrete on the top, the tube is open, so you can do like a static hook. And no, it's not open, it's actually closed. That makes it harder, yeah. Now, next up is a hookup that's 174 high. So completely square, vertical wall, 174 high.
Every jump piece is completely vertical. There is only the last a little bit round, but the other are only jump of power and technique.
And he went up. He got the hook. Now he got it. Yeah, 174.
What a show here with Dominic Oswald.
And he puts pressure on Thomas now.
Yeah, because 22 seconds can be enough to close everything.
Yeah, this was 140, the last one here. And he gets up, and now he has the last concrete tube.
And 10 seconds to close.
Yeah.
If it doesn't close, Thomas Pekaker will be the champion here in Val di Sole. But Dominic Oswald, don't think so. Great job.
That is
what
performance,
a
yeah.
show. What a show. 60.
Yeah, and the last concrete tube is 160 only up to the gate, and then you have to go even further. You see the gate now, that's 160, so it's like 180 to the top maybe, and he just rolls up with no stop.
And he's completely I'm shocked about the last 3 gates he makes in like 25 seconds.
Yeah, it's insane. But now he puts so much pressure on Thomas Pekaker, but he needs 20 points. Is that right?
10, because it's 2020. Pekaker 2010.
210, yeah.
I'm
You're
sorry.
a bit too optimistic now, yeah?
Yeah. 220 for Oswald, 210 for Pekaker. If they arrive at the same place, then it's the 60. And I have 260 for Pekaker.
Pekaker must have the most 60s, yeah?
Yep.
And you see this side of it is 145, but the ground is staying on now, it's slightly higher, so this is less than 145, it's maybe 142, which used to be like a walk in the park for Benito back in the days, but now he's struggling with his jump. So he's only on 10 points so far, and this hookup, 166, should be possible. Sometimes the sloping run-up gives you an advantage. It makes it easier, but sometimes not.
Yes, to do another time. We remember that Benito Ross started from 120. Impossible to reach the point of 220 of Dominic Oswald.
Wow. Did you see he changed his technique? So he went paddle up on the first one, and then he went to bunny hop on the second one, and then it's maybe easier to get more speed. So now we have to see, like, maybe he does bunny hop on gate number 4.
Stavamo elogiando l'intelligenza tattica di Benito Ross, che anche durante il percorso, magari tra una prova e l'altra, tra un tentativo e l'altro di coprire gli ostacoli, decide di usare una tecnica oppure l'altra. Nel frattempo Oswald butta lì un 220 che mette un filino di pressione a Pekaker, perché dovrà comunque concludere almeno con 10 punti per mettersi in tasca la vittoria. Va via Benito Ross.
Another 140 jump that used to be quite easy for Benito, but I don't know.
Zero there.
But look at his time, he's much faster than Dominic, so he can get 40 points, and then he puts pressure on Charlie.
Yeah, here Dominic has like 5 seconds to close this gate. Short and
Went to the front.
Yeah. But 30 points here for Benito Ros and a lot of.
And he's always happy
crowd.
now. He's
Yeah.
won so much that he just, maybe this is just his hobby now. He does this for fun, and he enjoy this so much.
Sempre amatissimo dalla gente Benito Ros, che parla perfettamente anche l'italiano.
Did you see he gave himself a 5 in the air, putting up his hand?
Yeah.
So he knew what was happening.
Okay, my bad, 5.
Yeah.
And then Alejandro Montalvo, impossible to go on the second position because Oswald is too far and Pekaka too far.
He's a podium contender for third place.
Yeah, he has like 30 points.
This side up, he cannot do this side up. He will go to pedal or foot. To hook. That is creative. But did he touch his pedal? No? Yeah, he touched his pedal.
Tocca col pedale, a quel punto decide di mettere anche il piede, tanto era 1-0 comunque per Alejandro Montalvo, che a questo punto deve difendersi perché Oswald è andato via, Pekaker è irraggiungibile, Benito Ros va a 150, che comunque è già stato appunto raggiunto con 10 punti totalizzati nel primo gate.
Yes,
Occhio
he
però
made,
che
made the hook. He made the hook easily. Yeah. And now the 174, and Alejandro is so good at hookups that I think he can do this one. He tries to do it static, same as the side up, and you can see there is a small kicker in front of that jump, so you get
kicker. Yeah, I tried to use it to cover this jump. Ooh.
He made it static.
Good job, look at the crowd.
Yeah. They are exciting for this kind of riding where they push so hard. Frenchie up the rear made it. Now he has to do this last part of this fifth sector.
And then 30 seconds to close, half minute to close.
I think he can do the roll up here. There is a small kicker in front of this one as well, but it's smaller than the hook. And I think this is possible.
Nothing to do to the other. Probably if you close this is on the podium. Podium for Alejandro Montalvo. The close here with 50.
190, that's the score now, isn't it?
Yeah, 190, yes. We have Conejos with 100 and 110 from rolls. Too far.
Yeah, so it's a podium, third place.
Third place, yeah. Because Pechaker is 210 and Oswald 220. So for Conejos and rolls, nothing to do for the podium.
But here it's on wrestles, that's 210 for Dominic also.
They give you a 50, not a 60.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, we will see at 60, but probably we will see the judge that one say is a 0, the other is say 10, so we have to wait a little bit. If it's a 50 for Thomas Pechaker, there is the win, but we have to wait a little bit.
And now Borja is going to try the hookup, I think. Yeah.
Stavamo dicendo che appunto in sovrappressione ora il 60 di Dominic Oswald è stato corretto con un 50, se è un 50 non c'è niente da fare e la vittoria è già di Pechaker, attendiamo la risposta definitiva.
Yeah, he did the same as Alejandro, got one pedal and then he just put down his foot, so it's not possible to do that one as a static hook. This one, it was clean, I think it was clean. Did it like in a two-step manner, like three-step hookup. That's a new technique maybe, And now he has to utilize this kicker in front of the hookup, 174 hookup. It's not like the highest you can do, but it's quite high being in a competition, and he does that easily. Here we're probably gonna see a new same technique as Alejandro with this Frenchy approach where you just touch your front wheel on the edge, which makes you gain some height.
stavo discutendo di come sia Conejos utilizzi molto spesso le tattiche che vediamo anche, che abbiamo visto in precedenza con il Montalvo, perché questi sono due atleti veramente simili che appunto usano questo salto uncinando in primo momento l'ostacolo per poi comprirlo in una seconda fase. Last gate for Borja Conejos.
Yeah, easily.
Can close with a 50.
50, definitely.
Yeah.
50, yeah.
So 150 for Borja Conejos. The same result for Ross Benito. We will see later who is in the better position. Now we are going to close with Charlie Ross and Thomas Pekhaker.
So Benito wins because he has one more 50? No.
And now Conejos
One
do
more
a 50.
40. He has one more
Yeah.
40, yeah. They have the same 50. Yeah.
So we see that Oswald closed with a 50, not a 60 that the 60 that we see before. So probably Thomas Pekhaker has just won this Val di Sole World Cup, but I'm sure that he's going to do something special.
He's going to charge hard and do every jump. Let's see if Charlie can do this one, because you see he puts his bike, he got a dab.
Yeah,
But he's going to try anyway.
pedal touch, I think.
Yeah. They are very strict on this move, so the best thing is just to side up all the way. And you see here, Charlie, he doesn't even stop, and he's on 10 points.
Big applause
20 points. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Big applause for Charlie Ross. That is completely.
He rides non-stop,
Yeah.
almost non-stop. And your static jump. Let's see if he managed to keep his pedal off the wall. Works hard, and he's up
Yeah.
to rear wheel.
Big applause for
Yeah.
Charlie Ross. The crowd is going insane for this.
And he has
Great
plenty of
rhythm.
time with
Yep.
just 2 gates left.
1
just
minute.
1 minute.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a 5.
Yeah.
You see he moved his rear wheel all the way to the right, outside the gate.
There is a 30 point here for Charlie Ross that goes to 100 and 140, so 6th position for him, but
First final, 18 years old, and he has 20 years to
Benito.
get up to Benito level. So
yeah.
I think we're gonna see.
He has
This
the
is the
future,
future world
yeah.
champion, yeah, for sure. I would say we have like 3 generations in this final, where Benito is like the older generation, and then you have the young guns with Charlie, Borja, and Alejandro, and Dominic and Thomas in between.
The medium,
It's
yeah.
like three generations, yeah.
Yeah, we have the millennial or something like that, like Conejos is 1999, the old school of Benito Ross, 1981, and then the medium Oswald and Pekhaker, and the last show of Thomas Pekhaker.
And he made it, and he won.
Yeah, he won.
So, yeah.
Probably he just won before starting this 5 section, but now is
Yeah, now
Sure.
for sure. And now
Yeah.
after this side up, all the way up, with the margin.
I think it's gonna try to close with another 60.
Yeah, for sure. It's all about getting the experience, and you don't want to miss an opportunity. That was.
Look at the
Was
power.
it to pedal or was it not to pedal?
I think we might see from a
From
clean.
my view, it looks like he landed on his pedal, but maybe not.
The judge say it's clean.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. He's the winner anyway. So
Dicevamo che praticamente Thomas Pekhaker teoricamente aveva già vinto ancora prima partita, perché i 60 punti che vedevamo di Oswald sono diventati 50, ma Thomas Pekhaker sta facendo letteralmente impazzire la folla, perché anche in quest'ultima postazione sta puntando al 60, ha già fatto un 30 nonostante una terza porta passata veramente sul filo del rasoio, e 45 secondi per concludere.
did he try to go to front or?
Yeah, I think he tried to front, but I show
He
everything.
can just
is a
stay
show.
there and get the applause from the public, from the spectators. He just won his
Yeah, I hope.
2nd World Cup or 3rd World Cup. I'm not sure.
Anything wrong for Thomas Pekhaker, the world champ that wins here in Val di Sole. The Val di Sole's king is Thomas Pekhaker. Great job. So 30.240. And
240, yes.
yeah.
So it looks like the kicker made him rotate forward. Because I don't think he wanted to go to front or back because it's too high.
Yeah. Has run something there. But great win here for Thomas Pekhaker. In Salzburg was Montalvo the win, then Conejos, Oswald, Pekhaker in fourth position, Ione Reitio, and then Julien Sainz. Now here in Val di Sole there is the win for the Austrian rider Thomas Pekhaker. Second position for Dominic Oswald, another podium for him, and another podium for Alejandro Montalvo. For the cup, everything goes to Il Ciocco in Toscana.
Yeah, it's very exciting for the last World Cup with only 3 World Cups this year. Then you could see the 4th and 5th place was decided upon the most 40-point sections, and Borja had one more than Benito.
Yes, so fifth place
for Benito, fourth for Borja, and 6th place for Charlie in his first ever World Cup.
But for the general cup, we have Oswald, Montalvo, and Pekhaker, I think all together, or something like that.
But I think
Andiamo nel frattempo alle interviste di rito con Thomas Pekhaker, che vediamo ora nell'angolo del leader. We go to with the interview with the winner, Thomas Pekhaker.
Dominic second.
Thomas Pekhaker, congratulations on a great win here in Val di Sole and a dominating display.
Thanks. Yeah, thank you very much. It was really a release like today. I felt like the first time in the World Cup that I could really ride like really chilled, and I didn't like any thoughts came to my mind. So yeah, it was a really cool ride. It was really fun to ride, and I really enjoyed the crowd here as well.
Today, the physical power was very important in this kind of course, and it really made a difference on that.
Yeah, I'm working a lot on that, but also like you need to be overall good, like in techniques, and you need to be like just improve all your weak parts, and then you're the most universal rider.
Here in Val di Sole, it's the second time for the World Cup. How do you like the venue here? How do you like the course?
Yeah, really good. Like last year, I became second already, and really like the course because also in training, I really like to ride natural stuff. So more rocks, like here, like the river. The whole landscape is really cool. It's quite familiar to Austria, mountains, perfect.
Thanks and congrats.
Thank you.
E allora andiamo col sorriso di Thomas Pekhaker, vincitore di questa